how are you? Today we're going to draw, oh, today we're going to draw this beautiful flower. Oh, excuse me. We're going to draw this gorgeous handle is the name of this rose. It's a large flowered climber. It's out of the book Ultimate Rose. And this morning I had this like moment where I looked at all of, oh, how strange. Ultimate Rose. How weird. Okay, I turned my volume down. I hope you can still hear me. If you want to let me know if you can still hear me, then that would be awesome. Because I'm getting like a weird reverb. So I'm just going to lower my volume. And if you cannot hear me, let me know. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to lower my volume and go with my mic. And can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Okay, so we're going to do some ink. Hold on a second. I have to ask. I must ask, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Okay, so I did a quick sketch today, and I'm got my timer set. I'm going to turn it on. Here we go. And we're going to roll. We are going to roll on this. So let's do this. I'm going to put that like that. Okay, live streams are fun for this stuff because we don't know what's going to happen. Let me know if you can't hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me. Because I have my mic on, but I lowered the volume because I have this really weird reverb and I can't like, oh, wait a minute. No, it's, okay. All right, can you hear me? I don't know. I think, okay, let's go. So, well, this is going to be a fun beginning for any replay, for any replay people. Okay, hi, my name is Kathy, and I just broke out my inks, and we're going to have so much fun with ink today. So I have 60 minutes. This morning, I did a little test to say to myself, hey, do I still know what I'm doing with these? So, whoops. So I think I still know what I'm doing with these. So I'm pretty happy with that. And just a second. Yeah, I had a little spill, a little water spill over here. I think it's going to be okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So I got this thing. I wanted to just share these things with you. This is a, you know, those Mokis that you can get. So they're in the freezer section. So they may, I like to save things because you never know what they're going to be used for. So I'm just going to pop a few inks in here and probably add a little water. And let's just start out with this pen. I did a real quick sketch just to sort of save time. And I'm not going to get too watery today because water doesn't dry. And then I'm on a live stream and I can't do anything because everything's wet. So let's just go in. Let's just go in with our ink. First, I'm going to also, I think I'm going to start out just dipping. Let's just do a little dip. Do a little dip. And just start drawing. So I've also been doing these quiet live streams, which has been super fun. I did one yesterday at like 12:30 and in the afternoon. And it's kind of a respite because I talk during these a lot. And it just allows me to just you know, concentrate on the work and not talk. And it's probably, pretty relaxing to watch too, because you don't have me talking in your face. So if that sounds appealing to you, definitely check out my live tab on my. Oh, thanks, Ben. Hey, Gage. Thanks for your hi. So I am looking down on my phone as I can, but um it's not all the time, but I'm trying. I'm trying. That's actually part of the fun for me of just doing the I love the talking ones too, but that's part of the fun is with the quiet ones is that kind of sketchbook how many pounds? Oh, great question. I think this is 98. This is a Vision Mixed Media. Vision Mixed Media 98 pound paper. So, and these inks are Dr. Martens and Mix, but I haven't really, I don't think I'm going to break out the Bombays today, but they're Dr. Martin inks and um, they, what am I talking about here? They're Dr. Martin inks and I need a little more dip because I'm running out of my dip. So these are Dr. Martin inks and they're just, they're awesome. They're really, really awesome and they last a really long time too. They're not light fast and waterproof because they are so bright and they are not pigment, they're ink, but they're really good quality too. I wouldn't do anything with them that is going to be in the sunlight at all. Sometimes it's fun to just draw with this thing. Wouldn't do anything with them that you're gonna have. Oh, that was a big dip. That you're gonna have out, you know, in the sunlight or anything. I want to get a sketch for alcohol markers, primarily graffiti letters. Yeah, get a sketchbook, get a mixed media, because oh, you know what's good too? Those render ones are fun. Um, these are great though, just a regular mixed media, and Canson makes a good one. It's really economical and it's XL mixed media. It's a big blue one. That's a good one too. I think I just had never tried this kind before. This is a Strathmore Vision, and I hadn't tried one before, and I thought, hey, give this a shot. Yeah, there's a lot of good sketchbooks for markers are fun because they have different properties. So, you know, like anti-paper shredding properties, if you know what I'm saying, because that's what happens. That can happen. There's a sketchbook called Thank you. Thanks, Ben. I really appreciate that, especially because off camera, I'm actually going to shut this because this is going to go everywhere if I don't shut it. I'm just going to redip as we go, but I'll redip on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. This guy's due for a redip, actually. It lasts pretty long. They last pretty long when you dip. Like I got like a rose. I got like a whole rose out of that one. Yeah. I mean, I think live stream is good to just show warts and all, right? And yesterday I spilled in it like my bottle of gold. I spilled my bottle of gold all over the place. And you know, thought it was kind of a good little a good little bit of drama. So I showed you guys me squeezing it up. Yeah. So yeah, so I used to use these all the time and I haven't used them in a really long time. And the colors are just as vibrant. They were a little dried out, so I shook them. And I'm going to try and find out what I can reconstitute to add a little bit more liquid in there with. Um, my first thought is distilled water, but I don't want to add anything to these that I'm not sure about, so I'm not going to do that until I have a little bit more. I'm going to rinse this. So I can use some, I'm going to use some teal for the, I'm going to use some teal for the leaves and for the little bud. Let me see. So I have juniper green and this grass green, and I'm going to do kind of like a mix, I think, but I'm not going to mix them. I'm going to dip juniper green. This is really like a deep blue-ish, like an aqua with a little tinge of green to it. So I'm going to just start with this one, and then I'm going to, move into the other one, and maybe we'll get like a cool gradient. That's what I think is going to happen. Because honestly, once you start throwing some water on these two, you can control how they mix together to some degree, but can't really always. So it's fun. The one downside, well, they're ink, so they're not light fast. So that is one downside that I can deal with that because I don't I think for what they are, they're really good quality. I mean, I've had these bottles for maybe 10 years or more, and I don't use them very often. I really should, but I used to use them all the time. And then I, there's other things. I love paint pens too, so. But yeah, so you don't really want to use them for anything you're going to put on a wall in sunlight, but they're just such gorgeous colors and they're really great for reproduction. So if you're doing art that you want to have reproduced, like in an art print, or even, if you're doing like, hey, Katie, good morning. For me, I don't know, is it morning where you are? They're really great for reproduction. They reproduce beautifully. So what was this? Was this more? That was more rose petal. I'm going to have to jump in with more rose petal. All right, I'm going to rinse again. I got a bunch of these little bottles ready because, I can't be on a live stream and be futzing around with stuff all the time. Gotta be, gotta be prepared. I'm just going to draw with this right now. Okay. Actually, that'll give me a little ink to drag. Do I have a stick? I want to show you guys what else you can do. This stick got a little wet, but you can get these sticks. This one's a little bit wet, so I'm going to try to be careful, but you can use it to drag your ink, which is fun. I'm just going to keep pushing up my sketchbook because I want to make sure you guys can see everything. That is just the worst when you're seeing off screen. Somebody's drawing off screen. They also give you a kind of a cool organic look. Let me try this. Let's try dipping and drawing with the stick. See, you can draw with anything. You don't even need nibs. Look at that. I'm just trying to mix up my colors a little bit too, because using one color, you know, it looks a little flat. So if you can get your colors a little bit mixed, I think I used one color for that rose, a different color for that rose, and the same color as this rose for that rose, but I'm gonna try and mix it up a little bit. All right, let's go in with Okay, before I do wash, I'm gonna draw the name because um, I like to add words. So I'm gonna lift you up a little bit just so you can have a little bit more leverage here. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna use the green, this grass green, to start, and I'm gonna draw the name. It's the Handel Rose, Handel. I'm just moving some bottles over real quick. I'm a lefty, so I have lefty I have lefty problems in my life. Not problems, not problems. Handel. Handel Rose. Handel. I'm going to go into this too with a brush. And now I'm going to put my green away. And I'm going to grab some, I think I'm going to use this one. This is the Bombay green, but it looks like it's like it's like a it's kind of like an aqua mixed with it's like an aqua. See what happens. Okay, I'm going to fix that right now. I'm going to work on this. Okay, wrap this up, and now I'm going to work on this one. Let us grab a brush. I'm going to grab a brush and some water. Going with the water. Uh-oh. A little dab. Hey, don't worry. You know what? This is going to get fixed. You're not even going to notice this. It's all going to be part of the art in the end. Promise. Promise. Oh, you know what? I also have a nice wet one right here because I spilled a bunch of water on it. In fact, we can actually use my spill to sort of direct what we're doing, the style, right? Like that. And the rose. All right, now let's go into the roses a little. Actually, no, let's not do that. Gotta be patient because I have more words to write. Handel, noted hybridizer Sam McGreedy stated. Okay, let's go. I'm reading my book, sorry. I'm gonna write some general, some little, data points, some facts. Couple little things about this rose right around here. And it is a large flowered climber. So I'm going to sit down for this because I'm standing. Keep my eye on the chat. I like the effect. This is from Ben is my name. I like the effect of transferring images like stamping the noticeable image. Yes. I didn't read that before. Sorry about that, Ben. Yeah, I love stamping stuff. I like just making, marks and stuff that look really organic. So let's go over here. And I can totally get behind that. L-A, large flowered climber, right? So that's what we're going with. I'm just moving my paper up so you can see. So I'm going to stagger my letters. Large. And excuse me as I talk while I do it. I like to just say what I'm writing sometimes. I don't know why. It makes me happy. I'm going to rinse this and I'm going to get a little crazy, shall we? Let's get wild. Large. Let's do a dab. Ooh, that's beautiful. Did you see that? No. brushed. Did it off screen. Did that little brush stroke. Okay. Large flowered climber. Going in with the brush now. Because why not? So large flowered. All right. I want to do a little bit of this green. That up. I don't want to have an accident again. Not quite enough water. Trying to really go light on the water because live streams and water don't mix great. If I were going back in with the Bombay, and then I'm going to take this and just do that. Ooh, we got a pretty purple color there. Wow. All right. Well, we're going with it. We are going with it. If ever you think what's going to happen, this is going to look crazy, you just got to trust the process. You just got to trust the process. And ultimately, it's just a piece. You know, you can always do a new one. But that is not to say that I don't have faith in this one. I do. But I just wanted to say that because sometimes, you know, you get to a certain point in your piece and you're like, okay, what's happening here? Like this is just not happening. But the thing is, you're not given it time to breathe. You know, you got to give it time to breathe. Hmm. Hmm. How do we wanna do this? I'm gonna pull it. All right, we're gonna let that part dry, and I'm gonna go into the roses a little bit. I'm gonna tie everything in. Don't you worry. I have a little paper towel off to the right. I'm going to move it over here. Like and subscribe, please. Really trying to grow my channel. I've live streamed every day, and the past couple of days I've live streamed twice. So we're going to fix things that are broken in this picture. And I'll tell you what happened. What happened is I used too many colors, I think. So I'm going to lean on the green. So the blue or the green, right? They're both, this green is a little yellowy. So I'm going to mix my colors a little bit more because I haven't used these in a while. So we're going to mix. We're going to blend. I'm going to blend these guys. And I need my water, my bluish dirty water, not my reddish dirty water. I also want to do something about the page weight, which can be a little bit overwhelming. You know what's missing? My gold. My gold is missing. I was trying to hold out. I thought maybe I wouldn't use gold today, but I might. I think I might break out the gold. Tie it in. See, this is my watercolor problem on a live stream. The lack of drying is kind of a bummer, I have to say. Let me show you something fun you can do though. Speaking of water, use a spray bottle. That would be cool. I'm not going to do it right now though, because that's not good. I have a lot of water here, so I'm going to have to dab and pray. And I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to do something really crazy. I'm going to go in, not with that. This is a Neocolor 2. I'm going to go in with this, and I'm going to find one that is neutral. Okay. White-ish. All right. Can't see it yet. These are water soluble, and I'm going to water this down a little bit. You'll see. I wanted to add a little sketchy element in here. And also something that can act as a neutral to tie everything in. Because I started out, it's been a while since I broke out these inks. And they are like, a little goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty intense, which is great. But they're also, they can really like surprise you. They can surprise you. but I just wanted to grab color that I could rely on to tie in things a little bit. And I have a half an hour, so I really have to like bust a move. We're gonna fix this baby. Oh, there we go. Can't touch that countdown clock. Wacky. You ever decide to use these Neocolor chews? There is a color, it's like an off-white, I forget what it's called, but if you just look in the open stock version of your store, you'll see it. And it is a like an off-white. I'm a huge proponent for like off-white instead of white. I know I have a white in my hand right now, and that's what I'm using because I didn't prepare for it before the live stream, and it's just what I grabbed here is the thing I'm using to blend today. But the off-white is like it just I white is great to bring out the lights and stuff in your artwork, but off-white is like the thing that brings things together a lot of the time. So, for instance, I don't know if you use Posca pens. Um, they have ivory and beige. So when you're shopping for your Posca pens, get an ivory and your white, and then use that ivory as your real life white, and then use the white to really pop out those highlights before when you're closing off your piece. Can we use this? Yes. Okay, so this is working great to sort of tamp down some areas that I watered a lot. So that is really working out good. That's right. Okay. I mean, the good thing is I do think these dry pretty quickly because if I was using watercolor, I can't say the same would happen. Watercolor just, and I mean, they're both water media. So really it's like, well, how fast is the water going to dry? I mean, how much really relies on the actual paint, unless you're talking about acrylic paint, which is really thick. But if it's like watery, I'm gonna dab that little baby off there. Oh, I just whoops. I just added more. Okay. Let's see. Now what do we do with this green? What do we do with the green? Let's concentrate on this for the moment. And I'm gonna continue on with doing this back color. negative space filling. I will probably end up putting something else down here too to balance out the composition, but right now I'm just putting, right now I'm just doing that. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I'm growing my channel. I'm live streaming every day. And I will be doing a quiet time art live stream today too. And that's when I don't talk. And I think I'm going to color in, or at least I was planning on coloring in, the ink piece that I did yesterday on that live stream today. Okay, I drew it yesterday and I was thinking I would color it in today. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not sure. I didn't commit to anything. I didn't commit to doing that. Didn't make the commitment. This is the first time I'm mentioning that I might have done that. But is what I was thinking. And I would love to show it to you, but that would mean I would have to stop doing what I'm doing right now and show you. If you want me to, I will. Just let me know. I've got my eye, I'm standing, so I do have my eye on the chat too. I will say, it can be kind of dangerous to do water. I've said this before. It can be dangerous to do watercolor on live stream or water media. I get it. I understand why all these watercolorists that I love. I went on a vacation a couple years ago and it was to a tropical area. And I brought tons of art supplies, but I brought a lot of watercolor stuff, thinking, perfect place to do watercolor. Perfectly not, because it was so humid. It never dried. So I would be outside painting this beautiful, landscape, and it just wouldn't dry. And it was just such a bummer. So, but it's okay. I brought other art supplies. But so I went to my Neocolor 2s, which I highly recommend these. These are great. Or ones. The ones are great too. Yeah. I'm going to do a little bit of wash with this color just to blend it in certain spots. And blend it here and there. Then okay, we're going to go in. We're going in with the gold. And that's what's happening. The gold is also going to help to tie things in. Or it's just going to make more of a mess. Who knows? But I think it's going to tie things in. That's what I'm banking on. That is what I'm banking on. And I'm going to so yeah, this ink is the wild card, because that looks really pretty though, because it gets picked up. So when you're using it, you want to like work with that, like use that. like be prepared for that, you know, because um, you know, that's what's going to happen with it. And whereas when I first put the ink down, the skinny little line, I could vary the thickness, right? And it wasn't really going to be affected by itself. Like it looks cool if it's a uneven line, but then when you're dragging it with something like this, you really have to sort of be careful with your brush thickness, as I want to be careful with which parts of the letters are thicker than the other ones. You know, ultimately it has to be readable, right? That's what I like. But another cool thing you can do is you can like carefully, you know, do a stroke, and then you can take whatever little ink is on your brush from that and use it somewhere else. All right, let's tackle Climber. Climber is kind of the bane of my existence right now. I'm gonna sit down for this. I think I'm gonna draw the word over this because it's at a very strange angle for me, drawing on camera or painting on camera. So then I did it with a brush, which was not, that was not the choice. That was a choice that, you know, maybe I didn't need to make that choice, but I did. So let's do a dip, and let's draw this one again. Draw this one. Hold on, I'm gonna just pick up this. Come on, countdown timer. Behave yourself. I'm gonna draw backwards because I'm a lefty, and that's how we do it. How we lefties do it. We're gonna clean this baby up, and we are gonna fix it. Still not crazy about that highlight. This is definitely better. It's only going to get better. Yeah, let's get a big glop of ink. Oh, yeah. All right. Get that. Now. L. Now we're doing our C. Oh, yeah. We got more ink there. Okay. All right. Excellent. Let's not waste what's left on this. Let's go in up here again. H. Oh, I should have started the other way. That's okay. I don't want to. Have a hand up. Okay. I'm going to dip into my C. All right, we got 15 minutes. Where are we? All right. I'm going to do something with the word flowered. I think I'm going to use some red, some of that persimmon color, because it's pink. It's like a pink, it's like a magenta. And I want to do a different color, but I want to keep it in the same color family, because we don't want surprises right now. I mean, happy surprises, yeah, sure. I'll take a happy surprise. I don't know if it's pigmented. I mean, it's pigmented. I don't know if it's not very deep, but that's okay. I think it's gonna work. And then I think I'm going to use, yeah, this is working. Yeah. And I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this color. I'm going to use it as in a decorative elemental way, sort of. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on a minute. I will show you. I'm going to put down this over here, close my ink, and then I'm going to this dropper. I'm going to get this little dropper like that. Okay. Let's get the little dropper. Let's draw with a little dropper. With the dropper. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. All right. I'm going to do more work with the gold pen. More work with that gold. Get in there. Get in there. Balancing out the top and the bottom. And I don't want to do Okay. Okay. Let's see. Gold. Gold brush pen. Back. So this flower has like gold. Interesting. I have this big glop of blue, which I'm not going to worry about really. And if I wanted to, I could do like a little wash, sort of fade it in like that. Could do that. Do we want to do that? Probably not right now. I've got 8 minutes to go. And this is looking pretty good. I am like, I do think that that might actually be beneficial over here though. A little bit of water, maybe. Kind of game to tone down the pink a bit. All I have with me to dab is this. This has black ink that's dried, so it will not bleed, hopefully. But this is what I got in my face right now. Just okay. I'm going to continue on. Time is running out. I want to make sure everything's done. What do we think? What do we think? Is it a hot mess? Is it the Hot Mess Express? Hey, what's going on? Climbers will quickly reach their maximum potential if trained properly and only lightly pruned each year, the biggest flush of bloom. All right, let's rate spring, early summer. I seem to have ignored you, Large. Maybe I should call my next live stream Hot Mess Express. What do you think? Hot Mess Express. All right, let's go into this and just like obliterate it with gold. What do you think? That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I'm really just kind of kidding. I don't mean obliterate it. I mean, let's tie it together. Let's have a moment when we tie things together. What do you say? Without getting my pinky in it. Without getting my pinky in it. Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh no. No. I will say, this does look a little hot messy, but that's totally okay. You can have a hot mess day. Everyone has hot mess days. Everyone. Everyone. Including Pedro Pascal has hot mess days. Zendaya has hot mess days. Two minutes left. I'm taking the time to shut my jar because I don't want to have another accident. All right, last minute. Let's go in with the cherry red. We're going to finish out spring and summer down here. Oop. Oop. Not exactly dry. It's all right. Early. Early summer. Spring. Spring and early. Oh, caught myself on a wet piece of paper there. Okay. Now, just a few minutes left. A little while in the last few minutes. What do you think? Do some little where we can without, you know, without this whole thing falling apart on us. Let's do. This was a real experiment today. I had fun. I think it's you know, not my best work. That's okay. Fine. I'm just adding a few dabs here because why not? We're going nuts here. Getting crazy. A little crazy at the end. There we go. Makes it fun. Makes it fun. Hey, that's not an accident. That drop's not an accident. How to make something look intentional. Drops everywhere. And then add some fun little thin lines to everything. Right? Right. That. Look at that. Adding some cute little decorative elements. And saying, hey, that works for me. Oh, shoot. Guess what? My timer went off. My timer got stuck. I touched it. And it got stuck. So we are done. Let us close this out. I've been looking at the screen thinking, it's been 40 seconds for a little bit longer than it should have been 40 seconds. Right. Well, I want you to have an awesome creative day and enjoy. All right. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, by the way, I'm doing a quiet live stream at 12:30 today. If you would like, there's no talking. It's cool. I do look at my screen to see if anybody has any questions or anything, but other than that, it's okay. Bye. Have a great day.